talk to them. I don't talk to them. I don't talk to them boys that sat on the benches for. I was in the game on 4 inches. Coach put me in the game on 4 inches. Put me in the game on 4 inches. Coach put me in the game on 4 inches. And I'ma lead them boys at the line of scrimmage.
All right, man, week 9. We got a few games on the slate, you know what I'm saying? We ain't going to take too long. We're going to get it in, get it out. So we're going to start one of the biggest games of the weekend. Number 20, Penn State at number 5, Ohio State. Penn State coming off, upset loss last week. Will they bounce back and get this win over Penn State?
You mean over Ohio State?
Yeah, I mean over Ohio State.
I feel like, this could be a great bounce back game for them. So I think they'll find a way to get it done, even though they're going to Ohio State. Ohio State number 5 team in the country right now. So Penn State, I feel like if they win this game, it'll kind of prove to the college football world that last week was a fluke.
I feel the same way, man. I feel like, they were looking ahead to this game anyway, and that's probably why they didn't play their best last week. So I absolutely believe that they can win. However, I'm going with Ohio State to win at home. C.J. Stroud has been playing amazing since the Oregon State game. I mean, Oregon, even though they ain't played nobody.
Yeah.
But maybe he's got his confidence up, to where he can stand there against a team like Penn State, and kind of get that monkey off his back. Like I said, he didn't play well against Oregon. Now here's another opportunity with another top team coming in. Get some of that get back.
Yeah.
Number 10, Ole Miss on the road. Number 18, Auburn. I love Ole Miss in this game.
I mean, I wouldn't say I love them, but I mean, this game for me, it could go either way.
It can.
Really, the only advantage I'm giving Auburn, and the reason I picked Auburn is because they're at home.
Mm-hmm. So the reason I like Ole Miss so much in this game is the way Ole Miss plays defense and the way Auburn plays offense. Like, it matches up well. Because Auburn is, they don't have that Gus Malzahn offense where they gonna run the ball 60 times a game and all that. They're not just gonna line up and be more physical than you. They want to spread you out, get on the edges, get on the outside, and try to get you in space. And Ole Miss's defense is basically predicated on speed. You know what I mean? Like, their linebackers can run, the secondary can run. The D-line is actually pretty good. You know what I mean? So unless you have a line like, Alabama or Georgia that can absolutely dominate up front, then, that their defense is going to be good enough to limit what Auburn can do. And I feel like they're going to try to force Bo Nix into making mistakes, which he can do. So to me, the X factor is Bo Nix. Like, will you see great Bo Nix or will you see trash Bo Nix? He don't really have a whole lot in between.
No, but I mean, he got the chance to look good against the number 10 team in the country.
And he could do it. I ain't taking nothing from him now. He could do it. He's just going to have to do it. I still like Ole Miss. I feel like Ole Miss is going to put up too many points. So if you get in a shootout with Ole Miss, I think they got the better shooter.
Yeah, but see, that's why Auburn try to slow the game down.
They can, but will they, though?
I think they will.
Now, if they lean on Tank Bigsby.
Tank Bigsby. I think they're going to try to get him going or get him involved early and get him going. And I think that's the angle they're going to take.
I mean, that's the angle I would take. He one of the better running backs in the SEC. They just don't give him the ball enough for me personally.
Yeah, because Bo Nix, they got to let Bo Nix do Bo Nix.
Man, I guess. But we're going to see, man. Like I said, they can win the game. I did pick Ole Miss, though, because I think it's just a better matchup for Ole Miss. But Auburn can win it easily. Like, it can easily go either way. Number 9, Iowa at Wisconsin. Even though Wisconsin coming off, that big blowout win over Purdue, I don't have no confidence in Wisconsin, man. Give me Iowa.
Zero. I got zero confidence in Wisconsin.
None whatsoever. Number 6, Michigan State at number 8. Number 6, Michigan at number 8, Michigan State. Both teams undefeated. It's really Michigan first real test of the season. Michigan State biggest win so far is over Miami, but it was at Miami. And even though Miami ain't, what we thought they were, they still a good team. And you beat them in their place.
Yeah.
Just saying, they tested. They tested more than Michigan is. I'm going with Michigan State, man. I like Mel Tucker.
Yeah, I'm going with Michigan State too. I think they found a way to get it done, even though, Michigan coming in there, they rely heavily on that run game and defense. But
one thing about Mel Tucker, he gonna stop that run game and he gonna be able to run the ball. You know what I mean? Since he done got to Michigan State, he done hit that transfer portal hard. That's why they made such a big jump from last year to this year. Yeah. And he basically brought that same type of defensive mentality that he had all the way at Georgia, all the way Alabama, wherever he done been at, he's a real defensive-minded coach. He done been around the block several times. His defense going to fly around. They going to hit people. So I feel like they're going to be able to stop the run or at least limit the run enough to make Michigan's quarterback win the game. And I don't know if he could do it. He never been tested.
Yeah.
So I'm going with Michigan State. They at home.
I'm with you on that.
North Carolina at number 11, Notre Dame. North Carolina is another team like Wisconsin. I have zero faith in.
Yeah, no confidence, especially after losing to Georgia Tech.
Not just losing, being dominated, manhandled by Georgia Tech.
I think Notre Dame win this game as long as they don't sleep on this team. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't no team to be slept on. Upsets been happening a lot this year. You know what I'm saying? It's been a bunch of teams going down to unranked teams or, teams that they rank higher than, you know what I'm saying? There's been a bunch of upsets. As long as they don't look ahead, Alabama included, my squad included. As long as they don't look ahead, you know what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
I think they should win the game.
I don't think they will because at Notre Dame, they're not in a conference. So they don't have the luxury of a conference championship to try to finagle their way into the playoff. And because they already got that loss to Cincinnati, they know for a fact the only opportunity they got to make the playoff is to win every single game. And they're going to have to win convincingly. So I don't think they're going to sleep on it. I think Brian Kelly going to have his team ready to play. Now, Georgia State at Georgia Southern. This has become actually a heated rivalry game here, the last... I think, 10 years maybe since they started playing, like, every year. And honestly, I've enjoyed it personally. I grew up a Georgia Southern fan. I went to their games since I was a little boy. So, of course, I'm rolling with the home team. However, Georgia Southern has not looked like themselves this season.
Exactly why I'm going with Georgia State in this. But Georgia State, they been giving Georgia Southern hell, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, they've been going back and forth the whole time.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like they want to try to come in and play big brother.
How you play big brother when you the little brother?
Exactly. That's why I said play big brother. They try to come in and play big brother. This one game, you can bet the house Georgia State gonna come play their hardest.
I feel like both teams gonna be like that though. And because Georgia Southern is at home, I'm taking Southern. Even though I literally just see it, they ain't look like the Georgia Southern team that I'm used to. Like, they just haven't. But they have moments, though. So if they can put together some of the moments, I feel like they could win. Because Georgia State is a good team now, let's not get this thing confused. They favored by 7.5 for a reason. They went to Auburn and Jordan-Hare Stadium and gave them everything they wanted for 4 quarters.
Yeah.
So Georgia State is the better team, at least coming into this game, but I'm picking Southern, man. That's my upset pick, man. I'm picking Big Brother. You know what I'm saying?
Upset pick.
Big Brother.
That's not an upset if they win the game.
Why it ain't? State favored by 7.5. 7.5, bro. That's an upset.
Man, that's not an upset if Georgia Southern win.
All right, well, I'm taking Southern.
But it is an upset if Georgia State win, and that's who I think.
How? They favored by 7.5.
It is Georgia State though.
They favored by 7.5. I told you they series probably by even if you go look at it.
It could be.
But anyway, so you taking State?
I'm taking State.
Okay, I'm taking Southern. Now, the biggest game of the weekend, the one everybody in the region is going to be looking at, number 1, University of Georgia, down in Jacksonville, taking on the Florida Gators, who are now unranked at this moment, which is crazy to me. How they unranked. But who you like, man?
I like Georgia to win the game, man.
You like who?
Georgia to win this game.
I'm just glad you said it on the record, because before we started recording, you just swore up and down you were taking Florida.
I said I was going to take Florida in the upset, but then after careful consideration, yeah, nah.
You came to your senses?
No. I mean, I'm not saying it can't happen now.
I
just said a couple teams ago, upsets has been, coming out the woodworks this year.
So I'm going to tell you how it can happen. If Florida can sustain the run, they can stay into the game. If they start Emory Jones and Emory Jones has time in the pocket and can hit his receivers in those zones, like in the gaps in the zones, they can win the game.
This is how I see them having success on offense. Just any team that's gonna play Georgia, because that defensive front is so aggressive and they so good and they stand that backfield so much. You're gonna have to kill them with quick passes. I'm talking about slants. You're gonna have to slant them to death. Slants and screens
the
to
little
get that
screens
to make them fall back on that dang on that line. Just to hold them a little bit, to freeze them a little bit, to give your quarterback time to try to go deep. Because if we're being honest, that secondary hadn't really been tested this season because the quarterbacks ain't even had time to throw it out though.
I guess.
So.
I guess.
Quick slants and screens and stuff. That's what you're gonna have to do. But it ain't gonna work all game. So you ain't got but so many times you can try to use either one of those.
Well, if you listen to the experts, if anybody can discuss, put together a scheme to expose Georgia, it's gonna be Lane Kiffin and Dan Mullen. They're supposed to be offensive geniuses.
Yeah.
Lane ain't on the schedule this year, but Dan is. So I feel like Dan gonna look at.
You talking about Lane that we had down 35-7?
Yeah, that one. But I feel like
on the defense that ain't even half of what we should be.
Hey, man, the man lost his mind before we got to the stadium, brother. What can I tell you? But they say he a genius. I'm just saying. But anyway, I feel like Dan Mullen gonna try to exploit Georgia on the outside, because that's the only way you really can try to exploit them. Because you can't. I don't think you're gonna be able to run the ball consistently at all. And if they can't run the ball consistently, it don't matter what quarterback is playing. Like I see a lot of people saying, "Oh, Anthony Richards is good for running the ball." But what you gonna do when you can't run the ball? Like, you got to stand in that pocket and throw pinpoint accurate passes, because that's what it's going to take against that Georgia secondary. But, it is what it is, though. I feel like Georgia going to win. Both teams having quarterback questions at the moment. Don't know who going to start for neither team. I don't think it really matter. For real. You think it matter?
Not really.
Because I don't. I think Emory Jones is a better quarterback for Florida. I think Stetson Bennett is better right this second. I don't honestly believe JT Daniels is always healthy. But when he gets healthy, I think he'll come back in and be the starter.
They'll probably hold him out for another couple weeks.
I would. Because, ain't no need to rush him back. If he's not 100% healthy, then don't rush it back.
Yeah, okay. It ain't no need for him, so.
Right.
I don't talk to him. I don't talk to them. I don't talk to them. I don't talk to them boys that sat on the benches, boy.